So in the last video, we discussed about version control systems and focusing on Git and some introduction to GitHub. This video will talk about issue tracking and code review, and the focus of uh, will be issue tracking and code review through GitHub. So what is issue tracking? An issue is reported by developer or tester or user when they encounter it. So these issues needs to be saved and tracked till they are fixed because we want our system to be bug free. So this is where issue tracking systems play a role. So issue tracking systems are tools that helps in managing and tracking all the issues reported in your software development projects. So why is this important? Because you want to deliver high quality products to the end user by tracking and minimizing the issues in your software. Using this will reduce the cost of development by prioritizing issues and focus on important and frequent use cases. So in a large software setup, there will be hundreds and thousands of issues reported. Not all of the issues will be based on the important use cases. There will be some corner use cases that users may not use frequently. So the team will need to prioritize on which issues to fix because all the issues cannot be fixed in the given time. It also helps in keeping history of the previously reported issues and details about it. So if you see the history, you would know what issues were reported. So this may help the testing path. You you may want to test the previously reported issues against the fixed versions. You may get help if similar issues were reported earlier and how were they fixed. So through the systems, you provide better service and satisfaction to customers because now they have a way for them to report and they can track those issues, the progress of the fix. So obviously they increase the efficiency and communication within team by providing a means to report and track issues efficiently. Now let's see how we can do issue tracking in GitHub. So you can create a issue on GitHub from your repository homepage. There's a button to create it. You can see the image, new issue. Now after that, after clicking new issue, enter the details. So for in this example, this is very simple example. The issue is named as issue 1. The description mentions that this issue, there is some issue in login. The button is not enabled after entering the username and password, so users cannot log in. The issue is saved after it is reported. So what are the features that an issues tracking system should have? Once the issue is reported, other developers in the team should be able to see those issues. They should be able to comment on the issues if they know some details about the issue, if they already know what causes this issue, or if they have seen similar issue. You should be able to assign the issue to some developer if you want their attention. You should be able to tag someone in the comments for their attention if you want a reply from them. So on GitHub, if you assign a developer to some issue, an automated email is sent to them. You can configure these settings on GitHub, but the default setting is an email notification is sent. You can set labels on the issue, as we have seen here. There are so there are ways to set labels on the issue. These labels can be used to filter the issues and list issues only that you want to focus on when you accumulate a lot of issues. You can create a branch or pull request to map an issue to the pull request. You can map more than one issues to a branch or vice versa. That is also possible. So now how these things will help, we'll see now. So the issue tracking features are available here. This is the labels that I was talking about. You can set labels here. Also see that, so see, this issue was assigned to a developer. That developer commented something that this issue is debugged and blah blah blah, and this will be fixed by Friday. Now anybody who visits this issue page, they will know that this issue will be fixed by Friday, and they don't need to worry about it. Or somebody is working so that not so that only one person is working on this issue. Just on the right side bottom, you can see there's an option to create a branch for this issue. You can create a branch to fix this issue from here itself, or there is another way. From the branches tab, you can create a branch. So the issue tracking system here in GitHub provides you a tab known as issues. There you can list all the issues. You can list issues based on filters. For example, you want to list only open issues, you want to list only closed issues, you want to search some history, or all issues assigned to a person, or anything else. Now let's see how we create a pull request to fix the issue. We have seen that through this option, if you create a branch from the issue page itself, it will be automatically linked to the issue. So suppose you create a branch using this option. After creating the branch, you do all the stuff that we discussed in the last lecture. You make the changes, commit and everything. After that, you create, after making the changes, you want to create a pull request that we'll see later. First, let's see that where you will find another way to create the branches. You can find that in the branches tab under the code tab. Okay, so now let's come back to the last point, that you made the changes and you have committed your changes. Now you want to create a pull request for this change. So what is a pull request? Pull request is a set, or it is a set of changes that you can that other developers can see. So pull request helps in getting the changes reviewed, approved, and attaching it to an issue. So option to create pull request is available on the branch page itself, as shown in the top image. Use that option to create the pull request. This pull request will be automatically linked to the issue through branch. As discussed, if the branch was created from the issue page, if you created it from the branch page, then you can map the pull request to an issue using the option in the image at the right side. Now, as we said that pull request helps us in code reviewing. So let's first talk about what is code reviewing. So code review is a software quality assurance practice in which one or more people examine the program or changes done by a developer. It's not necessarily that only others can review the code. The developer himself can review the code, but the practice is that it should be reviewed by other developers also. So the hence it is also referred as peer review, because other peers are involved in the review. So pull request give you a page where you can see the diff, that is the changes that are made for this fix, and the code changes can be reviewed there. The code reviewing is not limited to examining logical errors only, but it also helps in examining that the code is well documented, it adheres to the best practices and consistent with the standards of the project or team. So there are several developers working on the same project. If everybody writes code with their own way, it hurts the maintainability of the code. It would be difficult to debug any issues that may arise, that may be reported in future. Hence, code reviewing, if done correctly, results in better quality and maintainability of the code. So why is code review important? It's obvious that it improves code quality because the focus here is not just on the correctness, but as we have said, it also the reviewer also checks the aspects like efficiency, complexity, and security, and those can be discussed and fixed. It minimizes technical debt. So if the code is well documented, then its maintenance is easier. It also reduces the risk. How? Because testing cannot guarantee a software to be completely bug free. So there are some errors that can be spotted during code review that may not be caught during testing. And in turn, it actually helps the QA testing tasks easier because you have minimized the risk beforehand, before testing itself. It also supports knowledge transfers because more than one people are involved in code reviewing. So team members learns from each other's expertise. So there is a concept that is getting popular slowly, known as pair programming. In this is an agile software development technique in which two programmers work together at the same workstation. So one of the programmer will write the code and the other one will review the code simultaneously. And these programmers will switch the roles frequently. But there are also critics of this technique, and hence it is not very widely used, but there are organizations that support it and it's getting popular. Now let's see how code reviewing can be done on GitHub. We have seen that we created a pull request. Okay, after that, in the on the pull request page, there is a tab known as files changed. Click on that and you will see all the changes to the files that are done through this branch. Now, these changes can be seen by whoever is reviewing the code. After reviewing the code, the reviewer can add their comments on specific line numbers also and otherwise also. So, after everything, all the comments are addressed and the reviewer thinks that the changes are good to go, they can mark the changes as approved. You will see the option of approved in the review changes button here. After reviewing is done, there is a button on pull request itself to merge the changes to the source branch. So this is the picture shows how you can merge the changes to the source branch. So after you have merged the changes to the source branch, the fix is complete. Either you can choose to delete the branch or you can choose to keep it. The issue mapped to this pull request is automatically closed. You can observe that. But if you want to see the closed issue, we have already seen that you can see from the issues tab. So that is it on GitHub issue tracking and code reviewing.